Sagittarius, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So, dear Sagittarius, today I'm going to be doing your reading from July 6th to the 12th. This will be a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. Now, dear Sagittarius, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify your main challenge and get some final advice. How's it going, bitch? Miss you so much. So, Sagittarius, let me tell you right off the bat. First of all, I'm literally locking in for the final 2 weeks, with 3 weeks left, but 2 weeks of hardcore training for my Ironman in Idaho. It's insane. And I've been overcoming these allergies. It's been really windy here. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going with the flow, but I'm going to make sure that you get this reading as soon as possible. Sagittarius, I'm going to be pulling 2 cards for 2 Sagittariuses in the next reading and see what messages are coming through. The more you comment, the more you also go ahead and hit that like button and support your fellow fire sign, you might as well just receive a bonus reading. The signs that perform the best, okay, they're going to be prioritized. FYI, honey. Some changes are happening, bro. So I'm saying. So, Sagittarius, tell me how you actually are doing into the comment section. Now, we're going to have to talk. So I'm saying. So your challenge, dear Sagittarius, is the 9 of Swords. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the 6 of Pentacles followed by the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So Sagittarius, your challenge is the 9 of Swords, and this is telling me that there is something here that's been bothering you. Okay, 9 of Swords here typically talks about when someone is really worried and concerned about something. Some of you could be having some sort of an anxiety in regards to a specific situation related to somebody. I feel like you might be really just be up there in your head, Sagittarius. Honey, look into the camera. If you have your phone or your camera or your phone somewhere and you're just like doing your nails or you're eating or you're taking a shit in the bathroom, you need to look at me, okay? Eye contact established. All right? Now, this is about you, Sagittarius, centering yourself. I know it's been very challenging. I'm sending you big hugs. And you are sad about some sort of situation. You're disappointed. You're frustrated. So we're going to find out about this and we're going to get more information. Now, in the recent past, Sagittarius, you have the Judgment, 5 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Cups. It looks like in the recent past, many of you were in a relationship with somebody. There was a partnership here which actually did not last that long. Some of you were dealing with the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Could have been a Libra, Aquarius, or another fire sign. I see here in Sagittarius, in the recent past, there was a very difficult decision that you had to make or somebody had to make because there was something that you came to realize about this person. We're going to get back to this and we're going to clarify this shortly. In the present moment, dear Sagittarius, you have the Chariot, the Knight of Wands, and the 4 of Cups. I'm seeing here a Sagittarius who is... It's hard for you to be held back. I think that you're really battling between completely moving on from this situation and from this person with the Chariot. And the Knight of Wands is you. And then there is that 4 of Cups here. So you are feeling that, you know, if you were to make an offer to somebody, or you're waiting for an offer basically, or you're thinking about making an offer and there is a fear of rejection. There is a fear of what if this person rejects me? What if, you know, this offer never really comes or this reunion never comes? And then some of you are like, this is also part of your energy, Sagittarius, half horse, half human. You know, I get you 100%. You're thinking, I got to make some moves. I got to move forward with my life. I got places to go, people to see, and things to do. And before I get into your future, I do want to emphasize the fact, dear Sagittarius, that Jupiter, which is your ruling planet, okay, and my Jupiter is in Sagittarius, and I'm a Leo. Your ruling planet has officially moved into the sign of Leo from July 1st, and it's gonna stay there until next year, July. So this is your planet, you own it, and anything that happens in your fellow fire sign, it's way more beneficial for you. What does this mean? This means expansion, Sagittarius. This means more abundance, more amplified energy, especially when it comes to your career and luck and abundance and blessings, okay? So I will do a separate reading on that, but no wonder why your energy here is like, you're basically sad and disappointed about the situation, right? Stressed out. But also, on the other hand, Sagittarius, there is something really good waiting for you on the other side. We're going to find out more and we're going to see what is it that you need to know. Now, it's 1:11 on the clock. In front of me, 111. Now, in the near future, you have the Three of Cups, Queen of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. So, Sagittarius, there is going to be potentially a reunion or a reconciliation for some of you. For others of you, you're going to meet completely somebody completely new. I see here someone wanting to open up to you emotionally, possibly a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You're about to make a decision. You could be also in a place where you need to make a decision, right, with this Ace of Pentacles between two people. Because at the bottom of the deck, Sagittarius, you have the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is you. Queen of Wands is the card of Sagittarius, Ace of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. This is a story of you deciding between two individuals who you really want to open up to. I don't know if you have two people under your radar. One of them is definitely somebody that you are in no contact situation. And another person maybe is creating interest for you or intriguing you. So let's get into your reading, dear Sagittarius, and see what's going on for you and clarify everything. When you watch this reading and after you finish the reading, talk to me into the comment section. Let me know how it resonated. And like I said, I'm going to take a look from specifically this video and a couple videos back to choose two Sagittariuses to get to pull readings for you for the month of June. That's a competition that I started like mid-June, and I'm also going to do another one for July. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So let's get into a reading. And I'm kind of like in a mood right now where, you know, the best thing to do, Sagittarius, is, of course, to be yourself. I'm not bouncing off the walls. I'm not like crazy out there. I'm just kind of like dealing with these allergies. And honestly, my mind is also focused on the channel and the Ironman that's coming up. It's unbelievable that it's literally right around the corner. And my birthday is on July 28th. You know, I'm saying, and I got travels coming up soon. So let's see what's going on, Sagittarius, with the Nine of Swords. Why are you stressed out? Sagittarius, the Nine of Swords is clarified by the Three of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the King of Wands. So you want a reunion, or you want to manifest a reunion with somebody. King and a Queen. There's a very heavy water energy here. You could have water in your birth chart, or you deal with somebody who has specific water placements like Moon, Rising, or Venus, North Node. And I feel like, dear Sagittarius, you know, you're really stressed out about a reunion here that hasn't happened yet, because the Three of Cups is showing up as clarifying your challenge and in the near future, Queen of... So, you know, a lot of you could be seeing dreams. A lot of you are seeing dreams, Sagittarius. Your vision, your lucid dreaming also. Okay, so you're noticing certain patterns around you, synchronicities, and it's like almost the universe is talking to you, or you're asking for signs from the universe. You could be receiving a lot of signs and synchronicities, and you're like, where is the movement? Why is this not happening right now? So this is putting you in a position, dear Sagittarius, where you have to make a decision. You know, you're not the type of sign to just sit there and wait and wait and wait. You are the sign that you gotta move. You're always on the movement. If you don't move, Sagittarius, your hips hurt, and hips don't lie. Okay, you're half horse, half human. You're always on the go. You're always on the quest for light. You're always on the quest for wisdom, Sagittarius, and new experiences and adventures. So if someone is taking their sweet old time, or there is something here that hasn't really happened yet, this could be testing your patience. Raise your hand as a fire sign. If you also feel like patience is not your favorite word and it's not the most, you know, doable thing, but maybe this is what you are learning, right? But make sure that even if you're waiting, you're not sabotaging your happiness and your goals. So in the recent past, there was a realization about something, about this connection here. The Judgment is clarified by the Page of Cups, Knight of Wands, and the Justice and the Six of Swords. So Sagittarius, I feel like some of you could have been pregnant with this person, or someone had children. That doesn't have to be everyone's story. That's very specific. Some of you are dealing with a Libra. So in the recent past, I do see here that there was a love offer that came from this person to you. I think they made an offer. You accepted the offer. You went for it all the way in. I think a lot of you also realized that with the justice energy here, that, you know, maybe you and this person could have built something really profound together. Like a lot of you felt that this was there was so much harmony and balance. Like you both were kind of really filling each other up, and you know, there was this chemistry that was going on. I think it took you some time to get to that point where you were like, you know, I think this is my person. However, with the Five of Pentacles being here in the middle of your reading in the past, Sagittarius, is telling me that many of you went through a very painful separation. A lot of you started isolating yourself. I don't see here many of you going out or doing other things. You just kind of went into this very secret depression. And I've said this before, Sagittarius and Capricorns, those two signs are the signs that can literally go through shit. Like they can go through all kinds of things. And I think Virgos too. But nobody knows. Okay, secret depression, silent depression. So a lot of you went through a very, very difficult time in the past. Yeah. So I'm saying the Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Three of Wands, Ten of Wands, and the Three of Swords. So what I was just saying, the words that just came out of my mouth, you know I'm a prophet. And yes, I own it, okay? This is them tarot cards, and these are the cards that literally are clarifying your past. Three of Swords, Three of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. A lot of you were hurt. A lot of you were hurt because this person distanced themselves from you. Okay, I feel like here for some of you there was a long distance situation, and you know, you waited. You did wait for this situation to resolve. You did wait for them to come around, Sagittarius. See, there's this person that's standing there and waiting. Some of you live near a place where there is a body of water, or you live near an ocean, or you live near a place where there is also a very famous mountain, like a very well-known mountain. Okay, Two of Cups. I'm also getting, I mentioned this in a Taurus's reading. I don't know if this resonates with you, but some of you live in a place right now where railroad, I'm hearing train, wagon, you know, Amtrak, whatever, okay? Like there is a railroad nearby. There's trains going by near you. I don't know if that's going to resonate. Two of Cups in the recent past, Sagittarius, it took you a lot to heal from this breakup with this person. A lot of you were deeply hurt because you just kept waiting. Nobody makes a Sagittarius wait. Trust me, nobody puts you out there onto the hill and making you wait. So, and I think a lot of you were like even waiting for some kind of closure, like proper closure from this person. Two of Cups is clarified by the Fool, Three of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and the Hangman. You could have dealt with the Pisces as well. I feel like Sagittarius in the past for many of you, you did not necessarily go out there and start dating other people. Maybe you know, do some things, you know, just like on a friendship level with certain people. But I see here you really pausing and reflecting a lot with the Seven of Pentacles about your life, about your finances, your career, your path. I feel like many of you hesitated entering into a new partnership, okay? Because the Fool and the Three of Pentacles is, yes, you had opportunities, you had connections. One thing Sagittarius has for sure is connections. You had opportunities to go out there and to date other people. But I see here you know, with the Seven of Pentacles standing there and just reflecting and thinking and contemplating a lot about this connection. So ever since you have been contemplating, Sagittarius, I think this is why your challenge is the Nine of Swords. And since you haven't gotten the full picture yet or the full answer yet, I think you are in between, you know, whether you want to move forward or completely detach from this situation. So with the Chariot here, there is a decision here in the present moment that you are thinking about moving forward. So let's clarify the Chariot and see what's going on for you. The Chariot, Sagittarius, is clarified by the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Two of Swords, and the Devil at the bottom. You could be a Sagittorian and the cusp of a Sagittarius and Capricorn. So I think you're aware, you know, there is a very strong tie to this person, okay? A lot of you, I'm getting here this almost like obsession with just like this person. I don't know how else to describe this, but whether they have been obsessed with you, you have been obsessed, there's something quite unhealthy. I don't know if this person is a karmic. okay, with the devil here. I wouldn't say obsession. I don't think it's an obsession. You don't get obsessed. You make them obsessed. I think it's more so like there is an attachment, there is a certain cord. Maybe you have been thinking about doing a cord cutting with this person. So in the present moment, Sagittarius, you're really undecided. You're really in this place of still not so sure whether you should really completely disconnect from this person or not. It's a challenge for you, and I can see that in the cards, and I can feel it in the energy. You might be out and about and do other things, but deep down within you, Sagittarius, you're in this place of, I don't know if I really should just completely cut this off and move forward. So on top of your reading with the Knight of Wands, I think you still get shit done. You still are able to do things. You still are able to show up to a certain degree. But the real and the full Sagittarius self hasn't fully come out yet. So it's clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, Magician, the Death card, and the Hierophant, and the Two of Cups. A lot of you might be saying, in this present moment, you know what, I'm going to focus on career. I'm going to focus on building a mega house, building my finances, building my career. Some of you are also switching careers. I'm getting you might be in between different jobs, or maybe you are learning and taking some new courses because you want to get some sort of license and certification to do something like fitness training. Some of you are thinking about going back to what you used to do before. It could be literally fitness, okay? That's what's coming through very strongly, like fitness related things, or there is a business idea that you had before and you didn't really fully invest your time into it because you were dealing with this because you were dealing with this cutie patootie back then, and now you're manifesting something else. You used to manifest this person maybe, okay, but I think you're changing your focus from that. You're like, love is gonna find me at the right time. I see here a Sagittarius who is going to make peace with the fact that you're not gonna sit here and force anything. You're gonna live your life. And the most important thing that you're realizing for you, Sagittarius, is your stability with the Ten of Pentacles. So a lot of you are manifesting to have your own house. Ten of Pentacles. And also the person that's gonna really be the right one for you. I think you are detaching slowly but surely. With the Four of Cups here, you're slowly starting to, realize that, I need to focus on other things. Sometimes the Four of Cups means that you're focused on other cups, other things to do. Focused on your daily activities, your daily life. It's clarified by the Tower, the Star, Hero, Five of Wands, and the Temperance at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this is the card of a Sagittarius, the one who is an alchemist. You have the Star, the Tower, and the Five of Wands. So Sagittarius, a lot of you are dealing with an Aquarius where you feel like you're just ending things with them, or every time you try to get back with them, there is this constant conflict with the Five of Wands. A lot of you, you don't want to have conflict with this person. I think every time you try to get back, there is always a third party, or there is always an issue here, right? There's many people here in the Five of Wands. So, and the Star and the Tower, you try to heal things with this person for so long, and it just really hasn't happened yet. And someone here is very stubborn. I feel like the person you're dealing with is very stubborn, Sagittarius. I feel like Sagittarius, a lot of you are healers. You have very powerful healing abilities within you. And I understand that you want to help this person heal, but some people need to learn certain things on their own. Whether you have some supernatural gift and you think you're going to heal this person, or whether you think that you're going to change this person, people have free will and they have to decide and learn on their own. You have fought for this person for so long, and it's still difficult for you to get over them. I think that there is also a Tower moment that's happening in this person's life. I would highly recommend you to watch your rising sign, your moon, but most importantly, what is your rising sign? The Tower has been coming out in a lot of the signs right now. We are in the Mercury retrograde. We are actually in the Mercury retrograde period. So things are getting very intense. This is literally officially the first week of it. It lasts about 3 weeks, and then there is the after shadow period. So, and it's happening in the sign of Cancer. So everything surrounding home, house, people, relationships, past individuals, past energies are resurfacing and coming out. And this can be very challenging for them people to deal with, right? So Sagittarius, in the future, you have the Three of Cups, okay? So there is possibly a reunion here coming for you. Although we'll have to find out, but somebody wants to express their love to you. This could be a friend of a friend. Page of Swords, someone is watching you. initiation, Ace of Cups, Page of Wands. You have two options, by the way. You have two options. There is two pages and there is an Ace of Cups. Sagittarius, even though you may be sad about this situation, but you have two individuals showing up for you, to you, and wanting to make an offer. There is the High Priestess and the Eight of Cups. And honestly, with your intuition, you have a very strong intuition, you have a very strong BS detector. That's why you're watching this, I'm saying. You're gonna have to choose to walk away from somebody. New person, old person, you're definitely disconnecting from someone, and that's going to be solely and completely, you're basically going to make the decision based on your intuition. How do you feel about going back to this person from the past, right? That's one of the main questions you're going to ask. So you have two people showing up for you. One of them might have blonde hair, blue eyes, maybe a little younger than you. Okay, cultural differences as well. I'm getting here. Something about Asian culture, Asian ethnicity can be significant. Okay, dark complexity too. The Queen of Cups is clarified by the Emperor, the Nine of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. Sagittarius, I think a lot of you are going to have so much clarity coming through when it comes to love. You know, one of the first things that really jumped to me, I'm just gonna clearly communicate this with you because I don't hold it back. There is a lot of father wounds that many of you are healing from. A lot of father wounds. Okay, the Emperor and the Nine of Wands. I feel like for many of you, you know, you could have maybe grown up in a very dysfunctional family where things were very challenging, and this could be a sensitive topic. I get it, but I think you're, you know, realizing that everyone in this world, everyone has been traumatized by something. Nobody is perfect out there, nobody. And when a person goes through trauma or there is a need that was never fulfilled or met, that becomes a coping mechanism, or that becomes a pattern, and people start looking for that in different people or in different connections. And, you know, other people can give you some, but nobody can give it to you the way that you can. A lot of you are doing shadow work. A lot of you are healing your inner child, okay? This Queen of Cups is you in the future, like really focusing on a lot of self-love, Sagittarius. Being on a self-love journey here, Ace of Pentacles, and this is bringing you forth a new opportunity, new offer with the Ace of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. So you will have a choice between two people, right? When you look at the Six of Pentacles, you see there's two people in this image. So you're going to make a decision who you really want to be with. I think you have a couple of people under your radar. I don't know if there is somebody new that maybe you just started talking, and somebody from your past. Let's clarify this Ace of Pentacles and see what is this offer for you about. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles, the Devil again, and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of you are being so smart by not getting back into a situation where there is possibly a third-party situation, or the devil is still showing up. The Knight of Pentacles is somebody who is not moving forward. You in the future are going to take a look, very close look at the devil energy before you would even want to give them a chance. I think this is about someone from the past might be very persistent to make an offer. Five of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune. You may think, well, if I don't accept this offer, I'm going to be sad. What about my future? You are the Wheel of Fortune, by the way, in tarot. So you're like, what if this person, you know, if this is the only time that they say they want to be with me, and I raise the bar and I let them know what's up, and then they're just gone. Well, you know, the right person is going to stay. The right person is going to fight for you. The right person is going to try to make it work. So this is hard to listen for a lot of people, especially the ones who struggle with people pleasing. But Sagittarius is somebody who truly wants to be with you, somebody who wants to really work it out with you. And yes, the time comes, they are confronted, they know they gotta quit the third party and all the BS out there. But if they're refusing to work it out, then there is an issue. And that issue here is not on your responsibility. Someone's lack of capacity and inability to accept you and to love you and to fight for you, you can't force them. So you're being very considerate and very careful. So a lot of you might reject an offer here from someone that's super toxic, or there's also like toxic people surrounding them. You're gonna actually be in a relationship, or at least explore This is a weekly reading, but the energies are around this time. Explore an option here with somebody that you find them to be quite intriguing, okay, or maybe somewhat compatible. Let's get the advice. Let's get the advice, dear Sagittarius, and see what's going on. For those of you in the US, happy 4th of July, celebrating. So, Sagittarius, you have the 4 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, 9 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and the Page of Cups. Someone is going to talk to you. I think there is a confession coming. Page of Cups, Ace of Swords. There will be a confession, Sagittarius, towards your way. And I think this person is the one who is going to notice you out of the crowd as somebody who is extremely independent. That's why your advice here is to focus on your financial goals, your manifestation about career, making money, being independent, having your own schedule, doing your own thing. And really just Nine of Pentacles is someone who truly takes care of themselves. So you might want to just do something new. Some of you are thinking about maybe getting a haircut, changing something about yourself where you're just going to really looking like snatched. But this is about you standing out. 9 of Pentacles. So when you look at the juxtaposition, you're moving from this 9 of Swords, Sagittarius, depressed and not being able to get out of bed, be it a bad bitch that you are. So I'm saying with the 9 of Pentacles. Beach housewives maneuver the jet ski because I serve a God that parted the Red Sea. Multi-million-dollar commercial for Pepsi, from food stamps to more ice than Gretzky. I don't gotta talk, the Lord defends me. I watch them all fall for going against me, cause me and all my angels shot the devil up. But you was trying to pull me down, I leveled up twice, I leveled up 3 times. He tapped them and told them she's mine. So even when I cried, I knew I'd be fine. Prepare her for a miracle blessing in this time. So praise him, raise him, name it, claim it. Every tongue that rises up against me, shame it. I breathe success in and out of my lungs. I got the power of death coming out of my tongue. Power of death and life. So, special edition for you. Okay, I was not in the mood to sing, but I just can't help it when I'm doing your reading. Okay, so you're going from being a miserable bitch to being a bad bitch. Don't comment me. Don't add at me. Don't add at me. You say what I say. Okay, so Sagittarius, this is what I got for you. Basic bottom line: choose yourself and watch them come towards your way, and you do the choosing because you're chosen. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.